This is a quick video to demonstrate how to make the graph for the Evaporation and Polarity Lab. Open up Excel, start by putting in a column header for the molecular mass. Don't forget to add a unit. The unit for this should be grams per mole. Make another column header for change in temperature. And again, don't forget to add a unit, which should be degrees Celsius. The specific instructions say only graph the alcohols. Alcohols have names that end in OL, for example, ethanol. They also have formulas that end in OH. OH is an alcohol group. These are just sample data, so they are not correct. So how about 54, 26, 27, 39, 22, 17, and you should also have 5 data points because there's only 5 alcohols in your data table. The temperatures are also just sample data. How about 2 degrees, 4.5, 8.9, 12.1, and 6.7. Now for graphing purposes, the 2 degrees without a decimal is fine. On your actual data table, you need to have 2.0 because of significant figures. To make a graph, select the data, and if you hold the Shift key while selecting the A1 and then click down on B6, that's going to select the whole area. To make the graph, click Insert, and then oddly enough, even though you want a line graph, you're going to need to choose Scatter Plot, and then typically it's best to scatter without the line. Okay. We don't need this key because there's only one piece of data, but we do need to add an axis label here and here. And then to do that, you need to go to Layout, go to Axis Titles, Primary Horizontal Axis, and then Title below. Now, since that's your molecular mass, go ahead and title that molecular mass, and then don't forget a unit, grams per mole. And then we need to also add a y-axis. If you do a rotated title, that seems to work the best. And this was again change in temperature. And that's going to be degrees C. Now to get to the degree symbol, you need to go back to Insert up at the top, all the way over to the end where it says Symbol, and then choose the degree sign, which is right here. Hit Insert, and then you have your degree symbol, and your title is complete. Oops. Finally, change the title of your graph. The easiest way to title a graph is just to do the y-axis versus the x-axis. So change in temperature v molecular mass. Here's your temperature. Now my sample data isn't great. It doesn't show much of a trend. Your data should show a trend. Now we're going to want to add a trend line. So you're going to select your graph, go back up to Layout underneath the Chart Tools, and then it says trend line. Now you have a couple options, linear trend line, exponential trend line. This is where you probably want to spend your decision making process. I would suggest the linear trend line for this graph, and whatever fits, fits. To finish, you can just select your graph, right click, or click Control C for copy, or copy here, and you can copy and paste it into your document. Hopefully that helps you make your graph.